Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The Wolverine Stack healed my shoulder, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how that happened. So I've been a recreational disc golfer for about 8 years, and I don't have the best form per se. Have a lot of problems with rounding, where my arm tries to get around my body, and it causes issues with my shoulder collapsing. Well, that impingement has caused a lot of stress on the shoulder area. But I've been working on it. But debatably, I've worked on it too much, and that caused essentially an overuse injury, where 2+ years of working on form really made this hard to deal with. Got a putt. So unfortunately, that means that I ended up with an overuse injury. Aw, missed. That's what I get for rushing. There was someone behind me on the tee pad. So for the last year, I stopped working on form so that I could let my shoulder heal. And it healed up most of the way, but it got to a point where it just wouldn't heal anymore. And I was kind of stuck at kind of a not too bad feeling shoulder, but it was still a pain in the butt. Well, pain in the shoulder maybe. Well, in the last few months, I started looking into different peptides. I started doing research into retatrutide, lost a lot of weight, and then I ended up having deviated septum surgery. Well, leading up to that, I realized I would like to try the Wolverine Stack, which is BPC-157 plus TB-500. And I bought 2 individual vials to see how that would help me potentially heal from my deviated septum and maybe hopefully work on my shoulder. Wow, TC Jester Park is a little busy for some reason. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know if the Wolverine Stack helped my nose heal. It did stop bleeding the day after I injected it, which was 2 days after the surgery. I got home, started resting, and started taking the Wolverine Stack. And I took them individually, so I injected one into the belly and then the other into the belly. And I just don't know how it affected my nose, but within 20 days, it did a number on my shoulder. I didn't get around it. Oh well. So leading up to that surgery that I had in November, my shoulder was 90 to 95% healed, but it had been months before it had made any progress to that point, and then another several months of it being stuck there. So I was hoping that I could get a little bit of relief from some peptides. Ooh, I need a little more stability on that one. That one's going to be a tester putt. Oh, I missed it. Oh well, that's a bogey. So the amount of peptides I had in the 2 individual vials was enough for about 20 injections, so 20 days in a row. So what I decided to do after the 5th day was, after taking them individually, I just mixed them both together in the same vial. So the BPC-157 vial, I basically pulled all that out, put it in the TB-500 vial, mixed it really well, and the last 15 days of usage was that blend. Let's go, made it on the shelf. All right, let's see if I can redeem myself with a birdie putt. Got to focus up, I've got people on the tee pad over there. Take my time, Nick, come on, you can do this. Ooh, almost. Maybe next time. So in the many months before I used the Wolverine Stack, basically anytime that I laid down on my right shoulder, I would get this kind of dull pain. It would get worse. So anytime I went to bed, I couldn't lay down on this for long. I would lay down on my back, turn over, throughout the night I'd turn over on this, but anytime I was on this, I basically couldn't stay on it for too long. But seriously, after 3 weeks, 20 days, 21 days, it all went away. All the pain went away. And my right shoulder is just like my left now. It's pretty insane. Oh, didn't quite do that right, but you know what? I can see the basket from there. And to be honest, I don't think there was a placebo effect involved, because I was pretty pessimistic it would work. And I didn't really feel anything throughout the weeks that I was using it, 2-3 weeks that I was using it. But man, I just noticed at some point I had no more issues with my shoulder. All right, that'll be tricky. All right, Texas flip. Woot, easy par. So let me tell you about the dosage I took. So I took 500 micrograms of each separately for those first 5 days. And when I mixed them, I had to use twice as many units, you know, of fluid basically, because they combined. But I still ended up using 500 micrograms of each every day for 20 days in a row for that 3-week period of time. Let's frickin' go. Now, after I used up the remaining BPC and TB in that vial, I ended up buying another vial, this time with them mixed together, and that is what I used for the next 20 days, next 20 injections, because I wanted to see if that would help. And honestly, I didn't need it, but I took it anyways. Whoop, easy par. You'll have to forgive me, this is a Friday after work. It's been a long week, so that's why I'm dressed like this, and why I'm playing. I got lucky. So personally, I wish I knew why my shoulder stopped healing. It's like it just gave up, stopped trying. It did that for like a full year, and it was like, hey, we're just going to be good with this. But what peptides do, they make your body send signals to other parts of your body, like your pituitary and your hypothalamus, and those kind of organs send off information to other receptors, and they basically say, oh, okay, we'll get to work. So you might lose more weight, or you might heal your shoulder. So I think that's really what happened. My body just stopped, and the peptides made it start again, and then it finished the job it should have done months previous, or maybe even a year ago. Let's freaking go. That's the best throw I've had in a minute here. And I'm on the shelf. Let's freaking go. But I'm very thankful that I was able to heal. In fact, I owe it to what is essentially the peptide community for gathering all this information and making it possible for someone like myself to heal themselves when nothing else would have worked. This is actually the best I've played this hole in a minute too. And one other thing I want to say. The Wolverine Stack is really awesome, but you don't want to use it if you're going to keep injuring yourself. Like if you're lifting weights and you're using bad form and you keep messing up and injuring yourself, that's no good. The Wolverine Peptide, these sort of healing agents, they can only do so much, and eventually reoccurring injuries will really hurt yourself in the long run. So I did work on form with a lot of drills and stuff with very little effort, but it honestly took the peptides to get it to where I'm fully functional. But I don't throw with the worst form that I had before, thankfully. Got some distance on that one. For me, that's another really good pull. So to be clear, even though I've improved my form some, I have more work to do, and I'm going to continue to do that, but I'm going to do it a little smarter. More drills, less power in trying to execute those things. Oh man, I fell back a little bit. That's my bad. Oh no, that's going to be a rough putt. Okay, the good news is I'm outside the circle, circle 1, so this would make for a highlight putt if I make it. The bad news is if I miss, well, there could be a comebacker. That's a tap in. Tap in bogey. Let's see if I can make a little putt. Try not to fall off balance like I did on the previous throw. Oh yeah. All right, we reached hole 9, and let's see if I can close this thing out with a birdie. Odds are high. All right, looks like I spoke too soon, but got a little bit of a tricky one here. Let's see if I can make it through the trees. That would be no. I missed. All right, guys, you can't win them all, but I'm gonna at least try to close this out with a par. All right, well, that's gonna do it. That's my wrap up of how the Wolverine Stack healed me. It healed my shoulder. I honestly gave up on it. And even once I started getting into peptides, I didn't realize there was something that would heal my shoulder. And sure enough, there is. So BPC-157 and TB-500 is a great combo. I just use them together. I didn't try to use one or the other, just used them both. And honestly, it's the best decision I've made in months, if not years. That's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.